Ever felt like something's off in your relationship but can't quite put your finger on it? Well, you're not alone. 1. Constant criticism. Have you ever felt like nothing you do is ever good enough? Let's explore how constant criticism is more than just nagging. Constant criticism in a relationship can feel like a never-ending storm, clouding your days with self-doubt and diminishing your self-worth. It's more than just the occasional nagging. It's a relentless wave of negative comments about your actions, choices, or even your character. When every move you make is scrutinized and criticized, it's a glaring sign that the relationship is veering into unhealthy territory. To counter this, start by acknowledging your worth. Remember, you're not defined by someone else's opinion. Communicate your feelings calmly and assertively. If the criticism persists, consider seeking support from friends, family, or a professional. Sometimes, an outside perspective can provide clarity and strength to make decisions that prioritize your well-being. 2. Controlling behavior. Does it feel like your partner's holding the reins a bit too tight? Let's find out how controlling behavior can suffocate your freedom. When your partner's controlling behavior starts dictating your daily life, it's like walking on a tightrope without a safety net. From deciding who you can meet to what you wear, this overbearing control can suffocate your sense of self. It's vital to recognize these signs early. To regain your autonomy, start by setting clear, firm boundaries. Let your partner know what's acceptable and what's not. Communication is key. Be assertive, yet open. If there's resistance to your boundaries, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. Seek support from trusted friends or a counselor who can provide an unbiased perspective. 3. Lack of communication. Ever feel like you're talking to a wall? We'll uncover why communication breakdown is a major red flag. Feeling unheard in a relationship can be like shouting into a void, leaving you frustrated and isolated. When communication breaks down, it's not just about the lack of talking, but the absence of understanding and emotional connection. To bridge this gap, initiate a heartfelt conversation about your communication needs. It's not about pointing fingers but expressing how you feel when the communication falters. Encourage your partner to share their perspective too. If talking it out doesn't work, consider couples therapy. It can provide a safe space to unravel communication issues with a neutral mediator. Remember, effective communication is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. 4. Gaslighting. Ever questioned your own sanity in a relationship? Let's shed light on gaslighting and its toxic impact. Gaslighting in a relationship is like being lost in a maze where reality constantly shifts. It's when your partner denies your experience or feelings, making you question your sanity. It's manipulative and deeply damaging. To combat gaslighting, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Keep a journal of events and feelings. It can be a grounding tool to validate your experiences. Seek support from friends or family who can offer an outside perspective. Most importantly, consider speaking with a mental health professional. They can provide guidance and help you rebuild the trust in your own perceptions. 5. Neglecting your needs. Do your needs often take a backseat? We'll delve into why this imbalance is a glaring warning sign. When your needs are constantly overlooked in a relationship, it's like being a background character in your own life story. It's essential for your voice and needs to be heard and valued. Start by clearly articulating your needs to your partner. It's not about making demands, but about sharing what's important for your happiness and well-being. Practice self-care and set aside time for activities that fulfill you personally. If expressing your needs doesn't bring change, consider the bigger picture of the relationship. Sometimes, the hardest choices lead to the greatest growth and happiness. A relationship should be a partnership where both parties feel valued and respected. 6. Disrespecting boundaries. Does your partner respect your personal space? Let's talk about the importance of boundaries in a healthy relationship. Disrespecting boundaries in a relationship is like having someone constantly invade your personal space without permission. It's essential to establish and maintain healthy boundaries for a respectful and fulfilling relationship. Begin by clearly defining your boundaries, what you're comfortable with and what crosses the line. Communicate these boundaries to your partner calmly and assertively. Don't hesitate to remind them if they're forgotten or ignored. It's also important to respect your partner's boundaries in return. If your boundaries are continually disrespected, it might be a sign to reevaluate the relationship. 7. Jealousy and possessiveness. Are you feeling trapped in a cage of jealousy? Discover why extreme jealousy is a red flag you can't ignore. Excessive jealousy and possessiveness can feel like being in a relationship with a personal jailer, constantly monitoring and restricting your freedom. It's a red flag that shouldn't be ignored. To address this, first, acknowledge that jealousy is more about your partner's insecurities than your actions. Open a dialogue about trust and insecurities in the relationship. Encourage your partner to express their feelings without accusations or blame. Building trust takes time, but if jealousy escalates into controlling behavior, it's a serious concern. Seek support from friends, family, or a professional, as external perspectives can be enlightening. You deserve to feel free and trusted, not caged and doubted. 8. Frequent lying. Ever caught your partner in a web of lies? Discovering frequent lies in a relationship can shatter trust like fragile glass hitting the floor. It's crucial to confront this issue head-on. Address the lying calmly and clearly. Express how it affects your trust and feelings. It's important to listen to their side, but don't accept deceit as the norm. Encourage honesty, even if the truth is uncomfortable. If lies continue, it might be time to reflect on the relationship's health. Can you build a future on shaky foundations? Seek advice from people you trust and consider counseling if you believe the relationship is worth salvaging. You deserve honesty and transparency, not a web of lies. 9. Love bombing. Overwhelmed by intense affection early on? We'll decode the hidden dangers of love bombing. Love bombing can feel like a fairy tale, but it's often a red flag hidden in a bouquet of roses. It's when your partner showers you with excessive affection, gifts, and attention early in the relationship to win you over quickly. To navigate this, take a step back and observe. Healthy relationships build gradually. Communicate your need for space and a more balanced pace. Pay attention to how your partner reacts to this request. It can reveal a lot about their intentions. Trust your instincts. If it feels too good to be true, it might just be. 10. Ignoring your intuition. Ever had a gut feeling that something's not right? Learn why your intuition might be your best guide in relationships. Ignoring your intuition in a relationship is like turning off the GPS on a road trip. You might end up lost. Your gut feelings are your internal guidance system, alerting you when something's not right. Trust these instincts. If you consistently feel uneasy, anxious, or unhappy, don't brush these feelings aside. Reflect on what your intuition is telling you and why. Have an honest conversation with yourself about your relationship's health and future. If needed, seek advice from those you trust or a professional counselor. Sometimes, an external perspective can help clarify your thoughts. Check out this playlist of the top 10 videos on relationship advice for women. And we'll see you in the next video. With love.